Today I am Ebony Buckle and I'm a singer-songwriter in London. Who Remembers is a song that I wrote years ago, and we used to call it the space song whenever we performed it live. And it just came to me one day when I was playing around with the piano, and at the beginning of the song there's a da 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 da, and I was just playing around with that, and then I started singing and the stars looked on but they're almost gone over that, and then the song sort of came and I realized I was singing about some sort of invasion by an alien race. So I've grown up reading a lot of fantasy, science fiction, and watching a lot of science fiction as well. So I think it's probably seeped in from those kind of influences. This song we've recorded actually over a few years. It's taken us quite a while to get to the point where we can release this album. And so we recorded the drums with my incredible drummer, Laura, about, I would say, 2 years ago. She came over, we fed her dinner, we had a great party, and then in the morning we got the drum kit in the lounge, just over there, and she recorded the drums. So yeah, they're real drums, which is amazing. And then last year during lockdown, my husband Nick and I, we write the music together, and Nick produces it in our own studio, and we recorded everything else and got the vocals down. So we've been really lucky as musicians to have a studio in our house where we've been able to sort of really produce all of our work last year. We recorded an entire album. Yeah, so that was a very fun time. And we also added, at the beginning, at the end, there's quite a like sound, which is actually the real recording of Jupiter, taken by NASA. NASA offered their library out, like thousands of samples of sounds that NASA has, and they offered it all out for free. So yeah, there's a bit of Jupiter playing in there. The music video we filmed about 3 weeks ago, and we went to the forest. I filmed with the amazing cinematographer Sky Zoo, and we send all the footage to Canada to the animator and editor Luke Taylor, and he edits it all together and adds the animation so that you know, there was that science fiction-y element into it. And I have an amazing costume designer called Wesley, who makes all my costumes. So it was a real collaboration. We just went out into the woods. You know, because of COVID, we felt it was safer to be outside. Very few of us, so we wandered through the woods, and I, you know, ran away from aliens and hid. And actually the inside section of the music video is set in a bunker, which was our shed. So I had to clear everything out of our garden shed, and I have a horrific fear of spiders, but I managed to face that moderately and clear it out and create this kind of bunker vibe. And I made all of the props. Luke sent me maps, and we printed them out, and I made them all old with tea, like you do when you're 5 at school, and yeah, so I stuck those all over the bunker, and it was a real sort of like do-it-yourself kind of vibe for the video. But it's the sort of sequel to what's come before this year. So this song, Who Remembers, is actually the 3rd single that we've released this year. And the first 2 are Wonder and The Planet Who Believed. And it's actually making up our album that we're releasing this year. So we're releasing our album, it's called Disco Lasers, and it's going to come out on the 1st of every month this year as an audiovisual story. So by the end of this year, you will have heard and seen the whole thing, and hopefully kind of immersed yourself in this parallel universe that we've created. Wonder is the story of a lonely whale who's lost in the galaxy. The Planet Who Believed is about a planet who thought she was a star, but turns out she's stuck in the solar system. And then, you know, we've moved on to alien invasion. So each month you're going to get a different story and a different kind of fable from some part of the universe that we've created. And I'm collaborating with loads of different visual artists to make each video kind of have its own unique style. So we're currently working on an animated one, which is going to be really cool, with an illustrator. And then we've got some interpretive dance coming up. There's some water. So by the end of this year, we will have a full audiovisual album. And the whole thing has been funded by my Patreon, which I set up in January 2020, not knowing what was going to happen to the world, just going on. I was about to set off on this album journey, and I'd realized how important it was to have direct people around me supporting my music, and it's just been phenomenal. We've got people from all over the world now involved in this community and funding all of the work we make, and it's incredible because I can now hire, you know, artists who are at the top of their game to collaborate with me and to create this world. So yeah, that's been really exciting. So it'll be out on vinyl in later this year. There'll be vinyl, there'll be, you know, everything. If you're a patron, you're going to get it early as a little incentive. But yes, so Disco Lasers out this year, Ebony Buckle. There's a few different ways that you can be involved in our music. I would say the most direct way is signing up to my mailing list. I share, in the second Tuesday of every month, I share letters from a strange planet, and I tell you what the next song is going to be. I tell you some stories. You get some behind the scenes of what we're up to. And then on the first of every month, I will share, you know, the music that's being released. Instagram, also a great one. Please always get in touch with me on there. I love to hear from you. Patreon, if you're ever interested in joining our world, check out the options. They start from £2 a month, and there's 6 tiers, and I do loads of stuff on there. I do a poem a week, a monthly show, there's merch discount, there's so much. Oh, every time I write a new song, I share it. And I've actually, which happens to be here, last year I wrote 52 poems and shared them with my patrons, and I made this book, a poem a week, for a year. It might be backwards in the video. But it is now available on Bandcamp if you would like to purchase it. And it's all of the poems that I shared. Currently it's only available in ebook form, but I hope in the future to make it available in a hard copy. That leads me to Bandcamp. So if you do want to get involved, that's another really wonderful way to support independent artists, is follow us on Bandcamp. You can buy all of my back catalogue. You can watch all the music videos, and that's where I'll probably be selling all of our kind of merch. All of the vinyls and stuff will be there. And obviously if you're a patron, you get all of this free. You get the book free, you get, I share all of the music early. I share a new demo that we've recorded, you know, for potential future albums. So yeah, those are probably the best ways. YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube, also wonderful. I do lots of live streams. I've got one on Saturday, the 3rd of April, I think. And we're releasing a music video every month, so it's pretty busy on there. So do subscribe. It's Ebony Buckle Official on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Patreon is patreon.com/ebonybuckle, and my mailing list, there will be a link for it in the bio of my Instagram or my Facebook. So yeah, I hope that you get in touch. I'd love to hear from you.